Hello and welcome to our midnight feature presentation, where it is always midnight somewhere. Tonight, we bring to you more Awful Hospital, but before that, we have a few words from the lovely Dr. Phage, as relayed through the mouth of our lovely little assistant, the Legend 2 team. Legend, that's your cue.
Alright, sorry, just checking the stream.
Fair enough.
Okay, Dr. Phage here. You are recording, Doctor?
Yes, Doctor.
Alright, Doctor.
Yes, Doctor.
Alright, Dr. Phage's virus safety, translated from the way he is. The only sure defense against virus, is prevention. When no vaccine is yet available, minimize the time you spend around others of your species. Respiratory viruses can be transmitted through droplets of fluid spewed forth by the coughs and sneezes of the infected. These can hang in the air and remain infectious for several minutes. The most common mechanism of transmission is, however, physical contact with the infected or with surfaces the infected have touched. Many viruses can remain viable for hours or even days on materials such as plastic, glass, and steel. Some of the worst perpetrators include shopping carts, handrails, electronic buttons, and digital touchscreens. It's worth noting, however, that toilet seats are extremely low risk as few people touch them with their bare hands and, arguably, fewer people touch them with their mouths.
Ooh.
Watch out for sink knobs too. If a public restroom isn't already touch-free, use a paper towel to operate more archaic sinks and doors, then discard it on your way out. Of course, this only applies to fifth-dimensional beings and below.
Right. We should also we should also note that this comic was using the best available information at the time, but it has since been discovered that COVID-19 was an airborne illness, not a droplet-based illness. So it was spread by being in enclosed spaces, but being outdoors was fine.
I personally rubbed it on all of my patients, so it was definitely contracted physically there.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways,
I injected it into a man.
you cruel bastard. Nice
Yeah,
work.
hey, look, I, look, I know it sounds bad, but he needed to learn his lesson for eating that poor bat.
Ah. Oh. You! It was you! Just the
Yes,
meme with the
the
cat with
bat
the
eater.
broken down.
That was
Just
just a
the
little bat. How could he eat it?
just that meme where the first image is a broken down potted plant, and going, "Who did this? Who did this?" And then the next panel is just us clasping Paige to the ground, going, "You!"
Hold on, I'm looking that up. And I have found it. Here it is, Doctor.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Anyway, back
Oh,
to your regular back to your regularly scheduled virus safety.
yes, of course. Allow us to add that image to the stream while you do that.
Where floating coughs are concerned, a face mask will not generally prevent you from inhaling droplets. If you are infected, however, it can help contain most of your droplets. Wearing a mask is a courtesy that can save lives. Shower and change all clothes at least daily if this is not already your routine, which it should have been. Consider doing it all again when you return home from the outside world.
We just
Alcohol-based hand sanitizer can destroy many viruses, but the concentration of alcohol should be no more or less than 60%. Lower concentrations or alcohol-free sanitizers have no effect on viruses and suboptimal effect on bacterial, while higher concentrations or pure rubbing alcohol can damage your skin or even kill a top layer of microbes so quickly that they become a sort of protective coat for life forms thriving beneath them. Marvelous! But undesirable.
hmm. Oh, we should also know
Apologies.
we gave up on putting the image into OBS because we're pretty sure most people would know what that meme is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer still isn't as effective as washing with soap, but it's not because soap kills germs, it's because the combination of soap and water will make microorganisms slip off your skin. This is why the longer you take to wash your hands, the better. Try singing happy birthday in your head at least 3 times before you rinse the soap away. And if you have one, scrub your hands and nails with a soapy brush as well. Hair and nails can both trap germs, and it only takes a single germ to make you sick. Shaving facial hair and trimming nails can make it easier to stay clean. Antibiotics have no effect on viruses and should absolutely never be taken unless prescribed by a doctor. If your doctor does have you have a bacterial rather than a viral infection, you must finish all antibiotics completely, even if your symptoms clear up early on. Vitamins, sorry, Vitamins have no effect on either viral or bacterial infections. The only dietary supplement clinically demonstrated to increase immune activity, shortening the length and severity of colds and fluids, is about 80 to 20 milligrams of pure zinc taken daily. Be
Sorry, you
cautious.
said fluids instead of flus.
Severity of colds and flus. It is about 80 to 29. No, 80 to 92 milligrams of pure zinc taken daily. Be cautious. More than that can actually worsen your symptoms, and note that sweetened, flavored zinc tablets have been found to be much less effective. The importance of keeping hydrated and getting enough rest can never be underestimated. Even if you feel better, you should limit physical activity until symptoms completely subside. It is possible to contract, spread, and overcome virus with no symptoms at all. Another reason why you should limit public activity during a pandemic event. Always err on the possibility that you and others can be shedding active viruses until you're certain otherwise. When you do contact a given virus, your body manufactures an antibody to prevent further infection by the same strain. This is what ultimately clears the virus, but it does take time, which is why you will still suffer symptoms. A vaccine introduces a controlled viral sample to your system to trigger this same natural process with far less misery. So, if a vaccine is available before you get sick, always consider receiving it as soon as you are able.
This last one is very important.
Yes, yes, yes. Fragrances, herbs, crystals, metals, leeches, yoga, sunlight, fruit, vibration, positive thinking, cordyceps fungus, ground up powdered animal parts, fermented vegetation, starvation, seawater, and electricity, and urine are all among the things that have been suggested by some individuals as powerful, little known treatments against illness. They are not.
Alright? Now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Ah, yes, with the, burp one. Is that
Yes,
correct, Doctor?
yes. Can we have regular legend back, please?
All right, I will free him.
Hi, legend. Welcome to the stream.
Where was I?
Uh, you were possessed by the spirit of Dr. Phage.
Ah, just another Tuesday.
Yeah. Anyways,
Ah, oh, hey, look. It's your freeze ray, half eaten.
not
That down?
again.
All
Why?
right.
Just wait.
Question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Thank you for reading all of that out.
Okay, Fern. Don't panic. You might have just woken up in one of your own malformed, undying corpses instead of a fresh new you. Look at you, referring to your corpses, plural. Well, that's a thing. Just fine, really. The only thing more fine is how they're also not dead. You talk.
You! What you did this time? What happened to me?
Yes, what? Weren't you using words a moment ago?
It ain't not stuck. It's like the vessel's core is perceiving without our input. It's like slurp. Who's that? That was a buzzer talk. Hello? Is someone in there?
Oh, it can think. I can get you another one, but I'm not going to touch it when I'm off duty.
Hold on, Palmer. If it's perceiving, maybe it can understand more advanced communication? Vessel, do you hear us? Yes, hello.
You understand that, Jabba?
Afraid not. Its perception isn't synchronizing with us. Or try channel sleep. Hold on. Hello? Vessel, are you perceiving? I'm here. Who is this? Wait, there, it's faint. We can hear you. This is Dr. Cleans the failure of the vessel. I suppose that's not appropriate, you. Do you have a chosen designation? Huh? Does it... My name? I don't know if I should. I don't know you. I'm sorry. Huh? You're not... You aren't making sense. Didn't you just awaken? We're picking up underlying communications channels. You don't have buzzers with you, do you? That can't be right. Hello in there, opening all channels. Identify?
The din of buzzers is overpowering in response to the mysterious tiny new voice. They are enthusiastically giving away your identity, but you somehow already know that it's okay.
Wait! Fern! It's us! Huh?
Engage in conversation with the microorganisms decomposing your innards. You just kind of feel like you should take a moment to appreciate that, but you really do go way back. Way back? How long have you been in here? Ish.
Yes. Seems like a whole lifetime now, doesn't it? Of course, we appreciate. We experience a couple hundred
Hmm.
layers for every layer on your end. That too. Oh, you hear my thoughts. Yes. Doesn't matter really. Not like we have any context to know which ones are the dirty ones for one of you things. And we're not lying to make it less awkward. Thanks, staff. Now she knows we're lying to make it less awkward. Oop. Never mind that. Not that it isn't nice to hear from you, but how? Why might this? Well, and I'm just hazarding a guess here based on my experience as a medical professional. I'd wager there's a bit of conflict between your respawn rate and the hospital's stressed resources. Or one of those nice scissor girls accidentally spilled your core gels all over the floor. It happens. Does it now? I'm sure it will correct itself the next time you need a spawn. Oh, great. Wait, wouldn't that mean this thing has to die with you in it? Oh, no biggie. We've got protocols. You should have seen our last XK scenario. You just don't want it to happen too soon, or who knows what you'll wake up in, if anything at all. Very comforting. But wait, let's slow down here. What the heck? Were you just one thing a moment ago? How do I know that? What have I missed? Staff and I have had a lot of adventures together. You could say we've really grown on each other. And just so we're even, that's the dirty way to put it to us. Adventures is putting it mildly. We're missionaries of the Red Blight. We're the emissaries of the Red Blight. We find lesser subzones on the brink of extinguishment and offer them consenting manifestational extensification. She means we deliver your infectious tissues to folks we're sure appreciate it, so long as their vessel's original core has moved on. Lovely. About that though. What's your coin to some red blight? Oh, way ahead of you, hun. We know all about the Parliament. We'd never convert a Perceptoid without its permission, and once staff wires them up right, we have a lot more control over these vessels than they do. That is, we have control over them. The Parliament can barely teach them up from down. Okay, and yes, that sounds about right. The more I learn about them, the less afraid I am of what they're trying to do, and the more afraid I am of how they'll screw it up even worse. Have you found out anything about them that might be useful? We had an archaeological find sent your way some layers back. We believe the Parliament has a method of flooding zones with counterfeit medical products that exacerbate the infection, if it is indeed an infection. Sure seems infectious to me. Yes, it's just, it doesn't respond to conceptual probing as one would expect of a quote unquote disease. All concept is subjective, yes. What one being considers a disease, another might consider its state of health or him. It's very personal. The blight, however, is neither auto-defined nor hetero-defined as a malady. And what she means is, And what she means is, it works like a sickness for most things, and most things would subjectively categorize it as such, yet it still isn't technically manifesting as one. It doesn't follow the right conceptual rules. Its raw conceptual form won't blur with other disease concepts, and it doesn't retreat from health concept. It's the perfect malady, one that disguises itself as a state of health and feeds off what should remedy it. I'm pretty pleased with myself that I understand a lot of what he just said by now, but I can't say I understand what that means for us. That's okay. We don't either. Hmm. If it works the opposite way for most diseases, would it actually help to get the hospital running better? Or make things even worse? You guys know about Magdalene? She said she came from Mag, and she thought the hospital should be able to fight this if it's brought up to function. Oh, there's no doubt the Sap would know best what to do if they could think clearly. And I can vouch for the word of any Mago spawns that can only send a higher hospital staff as the most trusted healers of the perception range. Maggie has good reason to be as proud as she is. How is she anyway? She isn't there with you? Oh no. She outgrew our little boat a good 200 layers back. Pretty busy as the core manifestoid of her own prime zone, the cadaver. You could say zones like ours are to hers as the medical facilities of your gray zone and other zones are to the hospital. I'm sure she'd say hi if she could, and thank you for the boost, but I think a lady that bright was going that far either way. Well, if you get the chance, you can tell her I'm proud of her too. That really sounds like a big deal.
You know, as thrilling as it is to stand here while I listen to a one sided conversation with an unintelligible monstrosity, I'm going to have to return to my unpleasant duties sooner or later.
Alright, Balmer's here. What the heck's his deal? Didn't he try to kill us? We all have conceptual imperatives to fulfill, Fern. It's nothing personal. Balmer's become a nice source of intel for us. The Parliament has definitely become entangled with this operation, but it's difficult to tell which is taking advantage of which.
Whoever's in charge, their health coverage is abysmal, even taking into account present circumstances.
Shoot, he can't hear me. I'm not good at social etiquette. Tell him he, looks nice, I guess? Ahem. Fern wishes to announce that you have an appealing body.
Ah, I see. I suddenly regret that it's not capable of vomiting.
On second thought, don't actually tell anyone anything for me anymore.
By the way, I forgot to say this when they said they were together, but Yuri.
Yuri, Yuri, Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri.
Yuri, Yuri,
Anyways.
Yuri, Yuri. You decide to fill you decide to fill your old friends in on everything that's happened to you since you last parted. Though it's an awful lot of information to try and recollect all at once. You're pretty sure you've got it mostly right, even with whatever passes for your current brain?
Ooh.
Yep, a lot of this. And oops, I'm not really a character at anything. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
There's
claiming
a
this now. I'm
look.
voicing this character when it shows up later.
Oh, okay. It shows up again. Okay. Alright. Look at all of these like messed up versions of the characters.
Yeah.
Mean.
And there's also Dr. Man who is 100% accurate.
Yeah. Not quite. But there is this light wisp of help. Yeah. And there's Magdalene.
Are you pointing to something? Let me check your OBS. Are you pointing to something?
Just
Oh
at
yeah,
Magdalene.
Magdalene.
Look at
Made up.
this.
That's Flydalin actually.
Oh, flies with naked hair. Dang, you're getting owned without us around. Thanks. Celia, be nice. It's not her fault if she could have used our assistant to not get catastrophically wrecked. Good stuff, though. I mean, weird stuff, alarming stuff, but good to know. We can run some of this through our think tank, right, Steph? Right, Stuff? Oh yes, Fern. If you wish to continue your operations in your current state, we can easily combine knowledge into a much clearer set of directives for you. You are fortunate to be in a form that can recover quickly from anything short of 100% material loss. But we can't say for certain how physical stress and regeneration in a biologically unstable vessel will toll on your mental faculties and the parameters of your perception sphere. It's entirely your call. I'm not going to just wait around to be me again. I can use this. Good, good. We'll see if we can hash out some mission objectives with all you've learned and witnessed. No offense, but you'll probably want to stop meandering under the broad compass of Buzzardfield and be more strategic in how you utilize their capabilities. That's precisely what has brought us back together, but could have just as easily spelled disaster, and you certainly can't depend on only a child and a J-Wave biovessel for control and a J-Wave biovessel for support, however formidable they may be in comparison to a Grey. You've built a fine pool of allies, resources, and information up to this point. Now are good layers to put them to the test. Ooh, I like when you get serious. You're so technical. Yuri,
Ugh,
Yuri, Yuri,
unplug
Yuri,
me
Yuri,
already.
Yuri, 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 Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri, Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri,
Yuri.
Yuri, Yuri.
Why are you joining in?
Ugh, what? We can't have a little fun?
You just said you were disgusted.
Of course I'm disgusted. I love to be disgusted.
Ah, fair enough.
That was literally canonically something that Bogleach said is a thing I do.
Right, fair enough.
Anyway, you remember the last time you had a fever dream? Your brain fixated on how your size and shape related to everything around you, and frantically tried to figure out how they should fit together, like some stressful, abstract mental game of Tetris. Whatever your friends just did, you just experienced it again on a far, far larger scale in the span of what felt like a split second.
Ow. Sorry, dear. All done now. We fed your memories of your time in the hospital into our ganglioids, filtered down through the lab's databanks on the hospital, the parliament, and parts of an albatross, and algorithmically deductinated a reasonable approximation of how we can most likely increase the hospital functionality to further your ultimate goal. As promised, we have organized these into a selection of mission objectives. Stuff! Sorry. Quest! We have scientifically determined dying quests, my lady. Yes!
We have Decomposing Doom, What Stalks the Forest. System Restore, Puzzle of the Planks. Library Terror, Soundwave Child's Plight. Saving the Abyss, Allies' Reign of Devastation. Or Concept Entanglement, The Parasite's Gambit. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk.
The parasitic gambit.
Parasitic Gambit.
Hmm. Alright, let's see. Clicking on all of these does something, we can tell. We're gonna click on the concept, the entanglement.
No, it doesn't take you to specific pages. It just
Oh,
takes you to like voting.
oh, we see. Yeah,
The
yeah.
buzzers voted on this one. Anyway, go repair the computer system.
That sound good to you guys? I'd say so. If we can get the system running, it should be able to help us with our other tasks as well. What do you say, dear? A quest is a quest. You hear that though? Like something shaking the book,
Oak.
book. Hey, shoo. Scrapsdorp! You need to put them. Do you understand any of that?
Oh, it's just. Hmm. I mean, oh, what gruesome, obscene threats on my delicate person! Save me!
Alright. Go on. Get. I miss being high.
You have been ejected from the cafeteria.
We love this little image.
Slam.
Look at this is it. This is this how he perceives everyone?
I mean, considering considering how layer shit works, I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, fair enough. Why does she have such a big? All right.
Sai is accurate but donkadonk.
Yeah. Uh
Anyway,
oh.
you comply with the gentle prodding of the mop handle and find yourself back in the hospital food court.
Uh oh. That's not good. Ha ha. Classic bombsy. Didn't that guy literally end the whole world while you were in it? Well, you know, can't catch a worm without breaking a few bridges. Okay. So anyhow, not liking the goo in here, though I kinda thought it'd be even worse by now. Especially through this thing's eyes. Your core, not your vessel, determines most of your perception. In your present state, you may be able to perceive and interact with some of what an AV can, but most things won't be too different from you. It'll just be patchy. The good news is you can probably retrieve your equipment and still communicate with some perceptoids the same as ever. You'll need our help for others, but as you now know, there may be some insurmountable barriers in certain cases.
Into your room.
Okay, I want my stuff and to check on the boys, I guess. Yes, that would probably be in your best interest. But knowing how you felt about visual stimuli in the past, I should warn you about your incomplete respawn. Give me some credit, Staffy. How bad could it be? Oh,
That's an unfinished fern.
a little band-aid with little sleepy eyes.
I forgot to give her pupils.
Bloody note saying Fern.
Oh. Well, I mean, they don't want to forget which patient this is.
Anyways.
Alright, next. Read the letter. You navigate the room without looking too closely at your body, pretending you can't hear the soft, repetitive squelch and gentle whistling of a heart and lungs connected to nothing. You notice a pile of red smeared papers on the countertop, which seems like it might be important, right? Fern, it's me, Willis. Sorry for borrowing your bloods. I promise I'll write this quick. Isaac. Hold on, I'll ask Chip how it's spelled. Okay, he says it's Isaac. Eh, Okay, so I and Isaac got bored waiting for you to finish making all your guts, and I seen that before, so don't worry. You'll be okay. Sorry, I run out of paper. And okay, sorry, I run out of bloods too, but you've been making more, it should be fine. Okay. So, I and Isaac got bored waiting for you to make your guts, so I asked Chip if he knew about anything we could do that would be good. Hold on. I think that yeah, I needed more bloods and more paper too. So okay, we asked. Well, I mean, I asked Chip that. Isaac didn't ask, but he knew what I was asking too. I think. So Chip calculated. I'll ask him how to spell it. Okay, he said it's spelled like okay, needed paper. Okay, it's spelled like calculated. He said he did that word and said he knew some stuff for us to do that he said we're safe so you won't worry. We will go and do one of them, then we will sorry, okay. We will meet sorry for using so much of your bloods. You're not making so much now, so I'll finish. Okay, better ask Chip again. Okay, it was spelled conclude. I will conclude my letter so you can finish growing your bloods back. But oh yeah, oh I drawed you a picture.
Aww.
I love that picture.
She canonically has freckles.
Cannon.
Cannon. Fern, are you alright? We don't recognize these emo waves. It's nothing. Just, you know, a child made drawing of me. I Wonder if I'll ever get one from mine.
Retrieve items. Chip is unresponsive. Not surprising given that he seems to have difficulty seeing slobs. Lucy appears to be asleep, and you're not sure if it would alarm her to wake her up or not. You're not sure you need her at the moment anyway. You do want are your things back. You can't really see it, but you can feel the presence of your tote bag and find it easy to take it from your other body despite the fact that you have no idea how that works. You don't really want to know either, since it felt like reaching an extra invisible arm down a long invisible chute, and both of them were moist. You wonder if you would even need your sword right now, and how you would even hold it in your claws. No sooner does this question cross your mind, however, than it abruptly answers itself. Shing!
What just happened? Seems like you're capable of mutual biomaterial integration. She means you and your weapon have an understanding. She really likes you. I see. I guess I like her too. We've been through a lot. You've got someone's kid in here, huh? Did you have to put it that way? But yes, we found one of the missing kids in a vending machine, apparently. I think I was a little out of it at the time, but she seems like she's asleep. A little out of it is an understatement of the century. Or an understatement of the. What's the larger form of layer? Never.
Uh, of the kilo layer.
Heel layer. That's not it, but okay. We should bring her back to her mom as soon as we can. Hmm. Probably not in your current state. We're still going over your memory data, and we can't say we like the look of these veterinary staff. I doubt you would survive so much as raising her their suspicions, let alone throwing into their ward like this. Okay, noted. What can we do with her? She's probably safest with you, but we would advise depositing some of your inventory in your personal storage.
Ain't getting rid of me that easy, toots.
Oh, great, it can hear us. Hi, Polyp. Snap, Celia, this is Polyp. A disease that won't get out of my tote bag, but kind of helps out sometimes, I guess. Seems like seems like an upstanding enough entity to me.
Nobody's upstanding when I'm through with 'em.
I take it back. I flat out love him. Goodness, Polyp, I must ask, how do you keep your separation so creamy?
Well,
You have now discovered how thoroughly and abruptly you are capable of tuning out your companion's conversations. Next. Uh, Manage items? You're just about to put some stuff in storage when there's a knock at the door? You don't have a door, you have a curtain. Somehow, there's a knock on it. Ahem. So, my therapist informs me that sometimes other entities apparently believe they have problems that matter, so I'll overlook the inconsiderate fashion in which you left without listening to any of my real ones.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. She says she's sorry. It's sarcasm!
I forgive you! Just this once. But I couldn't help catching at least the eligible side of your scheming, and you mentioned something about the computer system. Intraweb access would make my present employment significantly less monstrous, but that gangly
Monotonous.
thing
Monotonous.
monotonous. Significantly less monstrously monotonous. But that gangly thing I work with possesses only some insultingly small interface it stores in the disgusting pouches of its skin leg. And this is barely acceptable. And this barely acceptable alternative has been rotting non functional in the break room for more layers than I've even been employed. You were lucky to thwart my unthwartable device. Perhaps you can be lucky enough to make this do an intraweb.
Let me look at it. She'd love to help.
Acquired. Busted monitor. It's awfully lightweight.
Okay, I'm not exactly a techie, but I And I don't know if this is something that works different in the zones, but this is just a monitor. To be precise, it's just the outside of a monitor. It's empty. I can't just build you a computer, buddy, even in my own world. She'll see what she can do. See, the last thing I need is even more junk to lug around. We can work with this, trust me. While I'm concerned, though, you aren't managing your inventory all that well.
Is she whining about space now? Well, we can scarcely give these away, but I'm sure it's quite nicer than whatever a gray zoner is accustomed to. Acquired. Uncredible food meal collect tingle tot. You don't even know You don't even know how you know what this is called. You really hate this freaky mind stuff. You somehow also know that it can hold twice as many things as your previous tote bag, though it both smells and feels worse to your core. Ugh. Now, I know you must have your reasons for making me come all this way just to ask you to fulfill just to ask that you fulfill such a simplistic obligation, but you'll just have to accept the fact that I've no further use for your presence and cannot spare you further assistance as I return to my duties. Besides, this place just gives me the creeps. Just a thought, but maybe you should fix it too.
Yeah, we can understand. This
I
is
have to
bug.
take another break already because I have to get a kidney stone removed for real. They're going to put me to sleep and do this. Kidney stones.
Can't
Ureteroscopy.
urethral.
Oh,
Yeah.
urethral stone, uter, basket, flexible ureteroscope. Ah,
Canon doctor.
Canon. Oh yeah, Canon Doctor. Yes, I do remember employing that fellow. Fine fellow. These are some foods that can cause kidney stones in excess. Hearty greens, too much protein, too much calcium, but also not enough calcium. Tea, potatoes, even sweet potatoes even more so. Beets, but who even eats those? Coffee, all nuts and beans, including all soy. Wheat bran, which is disgusting anyway. Chocolate, especially dark, but that's the terrible kind anyway. Unnecessary vitamin C intake. Assorted berries. Grapefruit, but again, who would eat this poison flavored garbage anyway? Avocados. I'm gonna say yes, most especially Ava and Kato here specifically, and especially just Kato. He's such a douchebag. Ava could do so much better for herself. And beer. So, what can I eat? I don't know. Dirt? This worm, I bet.
This worm, I bet.
Well, it's a paleo diet. Anyway, manage items for real? Celia assures you that putting your old tote bag in your new tote bag would be hilariously but perhaps disastrously visceral. Oh no, wait, you should have read that.
Hilariously, but perhaps disastrously visceral.
So, you decide to just toss it. You can't really actually wear your socks or gloves, and the staff pin does absolutely nothing when you put it on now, so you leave them in your storage, along with your books, and decide to take your other knickknacks with you. The fly thing Magdalene gave you still seems to function, at least, and you figure maybe it'll help her recognize you quicker, too. There's not a lot left to do. You're still not sure if you can use Lacey in this state either, so you'll save that for an emergency. You know other ways into the plank maze, of course, so you step back out into the hall again, and a level 13 Biobagtus attacks. It rattles its oversized needles together and sways its segmented body, itching for a fight. Choose your action.
Flash, extend, regen, mag missile, item. Oh no. Oh jeez. What do we do? How do I fight in this thing? Hey, don't worry. It ought to come natural like. As long as there's pretty much anything left of you, we can grow back even if it takes a few layers. How do I tell it I don't want to waste our time then? Well, for one, it's not going to take that for an answer. For another, it's not a waste. I mean, you still don't want it to win this, or you could at least go down a level. And since your level is tied to your core, that'll translate back to your proper body. Good news is, the same applies to any levels you gain. Give it your best shot, pal. Let's go! Yeah! Yeah, 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 yeah.
Maggot missile! Fern used slash. The sensation of channeling the fundamental idea of maggots is much more pleasant to your slob body than it was to your human one, which in fact makes you hate it. Which in fact makes you hate doing it a whole lot more. Damage roll. Compostable adversary bonus. +5 per
Yeah!
roll. 5 damage. I'd also like to mention that this is wrong. It says Fern used slash, not maggot missile. Ogleach, fix this!
Yeah! Damn, that tickles! What? This one talks? More likely, you can simply understand it in your current state. You're both decomposing after all. Yeah, we're all ripe as you! Do we have to do this? Just let me pass, kid or kids. I don't know. I've got stuff to do. What a coincidence! I've got your dad to do! Whoa, whoa, that is not necessary. The size of your eyes unnecessary.
Biobagtis used pincushion pummel. The thing's lower 3 bags retract their needles and contract violently. The uppermost segment now bursting with metal as it bloats to twice its size and swings like one enormous fist. Damage roll. Trash talk auto hit. 7 damage.
Okay, Vern, either try to pretend you can't understand it again, or try not to let a little punk get you worked up, alright?
Round 2. Slash it low. Before the monster pummels back plumps. Before the monster plumps back up to its normal size, you sweep your retractable blade at its deflated lower segments. Enemy HP auto slashed.
Ooh, dirty trick. I like dirty. I got one too.
The creature contracts down into a tighter clump, slowly backing off as its glowing markings begin to intensify. Round 3. Extend!
Wait a minute. Why can't I get myself to just block? Where's the defense moves? That's a conversation Mayan and I have had rather a lot, actually. The best offense is having the best offense! Yes, that's nice, dear. What you can do, Fern, is temporarily increase your biomass. For, increased offensive capability. More body, more stronger. That's right.
I,
Okay, I just know this is going to feel gross again.
I have a feeling Maya would be a red player.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway,
Probably
Fern used
gruel.
definitely.
Hmm?
Fern used extend. It felt gross again. Attack +3.
Yeah,
Bio
no regrets, baby!
remaining HP converted into automatic damage ×2. Slub Fern sustains 14 damage. Temporary temporary extension fades as battle ends. Fern clings to 1 health. Victory!
By the skin of our teeth. Well,
Wait, our teeth have skin?
well, I feel like crap. Doesn't hurt, but ew, this thing grows back though, doesn't it? We've got that regenerate thing. That's a battle maneuver, Fern. If you're not fighting, it will have to come back slowly. Not too slowly. Exponential regain per layer. So we wait around a few layers and heal up. Come now. Come on. By now you should know it won't be a new layer if you don't do anything new. We'll just have to be tactically cautious, that's all. For now, we can just stick our hunks back together and get on with our mission. Intel said plank maze, and its most direct entryway is back the way we came, by the eatery.
You head back to the cafeteria and move through the destroyed wall. Yourself in the plank maze again. You feel yourself regenerate a little.
A red. Weird. I can remember where I've been, but some of it is still a little different. Patches of that slob world stuff you were talking about. I don't suppose you two have mapped out any more of this place, have you? Unfortunately, it wouldn't matter. The maze we've encountered ourselves is vast and ever changing. What we're now experiencing would represent whatever minuscule sliver of it makes the most sense to your gray zone core. The upside, of course, is that this incarceration of it is much more condensed and much safer than it would be to an entity cursed with broader comprehension. That seems like a nice way of saying I get the baby version for dummies. She said Gray Zone Core!
Okay, talk to the wall flap.
I'm sorry, talk to what now? Who? Who voiced this?
We are not keeping track of who voiced the parliament. I think in general I've been giving you the parliament, but I can voice the wall flap if you want.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, can't you see I'm working here?
Oh, hi, wall stuff. The voices in my brain seem to know you?
Argle blarg to you too, dingus. Move along, will you?
Sorry, Fern. We should have said something, but we had to scramble to block this thing's perceptual spear as soon as the buzzers recognized it. It's definitely Parliament, and conceptual parameters are unbelievably aggressive. Any you can turn word down on my terms? I still don't really get the perception spear completely. Okay, well, the spear is it's the sum of the reality you understand. You would call it your perspective, except that the spear is something that defines what you are just as much as you define it with your own senses. When you and another perceptual entity interact, like you and I right now, it's because our spheres, perspectives, personality realities, whatever you want to call it, are compatible enough to mutually enmesh their outer edges. This will flop thing. Actually, I can't think of a description you would be able to process. The closest I can do it justice that the borders of its sphere were already trying to chew holes into yours. That sounded bad.
Excuse me, or excuse you, I should say. Are you going to keep standing around wobbling at me?
Barriers are holding up. You can't tell we're here, or that you don't have the right core, or that you have buzzers.
Yup, you're just going to mill around looking like an idiot, I guess. Guess it could be worse company. Guess it could be worse company. You know what you should do? Right. That's your right, stupid. Left. Left. Right. Right. Keep going till there's a door on your left. Oh boy, you're gonna love it. I promise. You have any idea what I'm saying?
Shall we get out of here? I think that could look suspicious just yet.
Oh, look. Some of you at least get the gist. Blabber or something if you kinda get me. I could just kinda use something more to talk to than pieces of wood. Keep listening?
Okay, this thing only hears gibberish whatever I say, right? You guys are gonna know if it's catching on to us. We'll monitor the parameters. Don't worry, its spirits calmed down a lot already.
Well, opal doople. You're not all complete morons, right? Congrats on your incomplete moronity. Wow, I'm really doing this. I'm really so bored I'm going to talk to you on purpose. And I'm this wasted, honestly. I'd give you some, but this stuff would boil gels you didn't know you had. Not that you know much of anything, mind you. I'm so lonely.
Sorry, we choked on some water.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, this went down the wrong pipe is all.
Wrong pipe. I've heard a lot of wrong pipe stuff.
Hmm. Uh, okay. I don't know about this. It's drunk or something. Shall we get out of here? Heck no, this is good. Just nod or something.
Oh, you almost look like you can grasp anything I'm actually saying. Hilarious. Reality is better than venting to myself, all spiral. I mean, really is better than venting to myself, all spiral. Hang on. You can't tell what Wallflap does, but you feel the reality around you sort of quiver for a second.
Ah, there we go. That's the stuff. Where was I?
A job, right.
Ugh. Ugh.
You think it would be great, monitoring parameter deterioration, they said. Watching conceptual barriers break down until I can enzyme a membrane or two and watch them fold in on each other. Watch them die. Ought to be invigorating, right? Ought to feel good. Really good. It did feel good. Hang on. Okay. But no! You know what you have to do to scrub concepts all day? Perceive concepts all day. The number of different things I've had to be aware of now, even when they're gone, it isn't satisfying anymore. It's too damn disgusting to know they were ever here. You know more and more that I'm one of them. I'm a thing. A distinct and definite thing. It's ugh. You you get it, right?
Boople Doople?
Yeah, you don't. You can't. You are a moron. I'm a moron. I'm just willing to blabble to another moron because it's better than babbling to floorboards. At least even that's better than those things. Those awful. Can't stand them. Can't even get rid of them. Hate it. Hate it.
This is getting creepy. What is it talking about?
But another thing. It wouldn't be so bad if Drainflunk or the Skleppers were still doing their part, but they isn't even is wait, okay. Yow. Nice. Nice one. Okay. Who again? Right. Those guys. Asplabs. That's what they are. Haven't even returned my waves anymore. Too good for old wall flap, is that it? I know they think I'm the dumb one. I know they think they feel sorry for me. You know something? Really wanna know? I feel sorry for them. Pathetic. Their ideas are trash. You're their idea. Trash. And you're still better company. They don't even care about the you know.
Guys?
What if Mercy don't like it? Don't like where I'm going with this, but okay. What if it works, right? What if we do that the thing we're doing? What if we put it all back together, but oh no, don't let me say it. Come on, you're smart. You're my best friend. Make me stop.
Guys? Really don't know what it's saying, and I really don't like it. Yes, not liking these readings, but I'm not sure we can bail. That might be kinda not good. Kinda feel like this thing's ready to snap as it is. Just be cool.
Okay. Oh, easy there. Let me slow down. Okay, what I'm getting at is okay, what if that wasn't really it? What if there was more already? What if, hear me out, what if we put everything back together, back in the old flesh? Everything that was supposed to be together and they're still there. Become aware those little magboil things have been crowding closer to you. You hear them murmuring, but you can't make out any words. Ew. Oh no! Die already! Collapse! Ew! Stop it! Stop it! Scram! The quivering sensation returns, with a sort of bizarre swelling sensation. It's a feeling like you're on a little boat, and the ocean is rising. It feels like something horrible is about to happen. Wait. Huh? That's. Oh. Now they pick up. Great. Super. Excellent lair for a business call. See ya.
What just happened?
I've had the most fun voicing a character in a while.
Nice. Is the whole parliament like that? Just a mess? Not sure. Not so sure. Before it left this lair, when it said it had a business call, we picked up a brief vibration from what would have to be a much larger, more stable sphere. We were fortunately beneath its notice. Pretty funny, though, that whole meltdown. We're talking about the things that did something to my son. Oh, right. I guess that's not funny. Anyway, we'd better get ourselves oriented, don't you think? But you might remember Maggie's method for this. Could you try using the phylactery a moment? Oh, sure thing.
Item used, phylactery. The concept of flies fills the air like television static and spirals outward in a wave, buzzing down the surrounding halls and out of sight.
Alright, we just have to track the swarm's impressions of its findings. Cross-reference what we can piece together from your memories and buzzer memories echoes, and in our own research. Oh, a comprehensive map with a bunch of weird things. There's a library. A path to the
Yeah,
library. The library.
yeah, I think we. Yeah, the library is gonna be big, just you wait.
Alright. That's it? Yes, Fern. Sorry we can't paint a nicer, more clearly labeled picture of the unknown vastment billions of miles beyond our world. Oh, right. But where the heck do we even start? What does anything in this place have to do with computers?
Uh, is it Magdalene's room? You decide to check in on Magdalene, though you're uncertain if she'll recognize you right away. You cautiously creep down the hall, make a right, and knock on what you remember was her door, but there's no answer. You creak it open and peek inside.
Do not be alarmed! Hazard in containment. What? Do not be alarmed. Hazard in containment. Do not interfere. Hazard in containment. Do not be alarmed. Hazard in containment. Do not interfere. Hazard in containment. Do not be alarmed. Hazard in... Fern, what's wrong? Something's scrambling our feed. Anomaly detective. Anomaly detected. Requesting assistance. Do not be alarmed. Requesting assistance. Thank you for contacting Ultimate Assistant Channel. All Ultimate units are assisting another pseudophoda. Please enjoy a looping sequence of non-controversial recreational vibrations until further notice. Shit!
Slash it open! It's containing your friend, and it just tried to call one of those ottoman things that's gotta go. You're not sure if it's surprisingly weak or you're surprisingly dangerous, but it opens up like a thin bag of jelly. Maybe it's not something that expects a slob to turn on it.
No regrets.
A familiar form, or at least a familiar mass, plops out of a fleshy cocoon.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, hey, Fern. Nice body. That's it? I mean, are you okay? Can you understand me? Of course I can. Your core ain't changed. What kind of medical professionator would I be? I'm certainly a little discombobulated, but I'd have pulled through. You seen me at a lot worse. Hi, Maggie, too. Hi, Auntie. Lost the fights, hmm? I've heard that happens to some people. Personally, it's my opinion that it's nothing to feel bad about. I guess that's just my compassionate nature speaking. Darn thing must have ambushed me. Probably sent by that wallflower, and after I was right neighborly, too. What brings y'all around the planks, anyhow? We're gonna tackle the computer system, though I can't say I know where to start, except that we're lugging around an empty monitor. Well, ain't that a start already? Like we always say here in the hospital, you just gotta stuff some guts back in. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that they say that here. We don't exactly know where to scrounge up any other computer parts either. No biggie. Cause like we always say here in the hospital, at least shove something in there.
I love Fern's just
We love
this and
the
then Magdalene's.
the Burns just concern. We also love the exclamation point umlaut things. We think they're called umlaut. No, umlauts are something else. Uh, the dot dot dot. What's a dot 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 called again? For a writer,
Ellipsis.
ellipsis, right? The exclamation point ellipsis is fun.
Yeah, the exclamation ellipsis.
Hmm.
Anyway, ask about Magdalene's progress. You decide to wait politely while Magdalene molds herself back into her preferred shape, and you almost wonder if your friends back home would have liked your other friend who's just tens of thousands of maggots, or maybe your friend who's a fungus currently eating the inside of your brain, or your friend who is just some dried up blood smeared on a wall. Then you remember you were too busy to actually make any friends back home.
Aww, Fern.
He has friends now, it's fine.
Hmm. That's more like it. So you're probably wondering what I've been getting up to. Though you never do know how the reality lines might divergify. Especially with me here in this weird old maze and all. What you remember us talking about last? That a part of the hospital's weakness is that several doctors are missing and pretty much scrubbed from all memory, but pieces of them might still exist in new forms. You wanted me to wait for more information before recycling random junk, just in case it brings back something not so friendly to us. Is that right? Perfecto! The planks are actually working out strongly in our favor here, since they collect so much stray concept and exist outside regular zonal logic. Critters around these parts who have ever needed hospital treatment can still recall some patchy details the rest of us would have lost completely. So if them details ain't ringing any bells from my own recollection, it's likely they were seen by somebody we've lost. That makes sense to me. They're always kind of fuzzy, but I think the buzzers are confident we picked up some pieces of staff they want you to look over. Which I'd be pretty happy to do if it were really that simple. Oh no. Don't worry. It's just that, according to my theory at least, uppermost staff are broader concepts than a specialist like myself or old Dene or Kathy. And that also brings us right back to your present dilemma. That monitor of yours is an unambiguous fragment of computer concept as you and I understand it, but that's not enough to get a system that critical running again. You'll need to piece something together that properly approximates the idea of a computer, since there's decent odds whatever you scrounge up is going to qualify as such to someone's reality. Think of it like making a sandwich, right? We all like something different in a sandwich, but you and I still got a close enough idea of what a sandwich is, or you wouldn't even be processing the term right now. Not like a or something only some folks can conceptualize. So we got one real chunk of computer. We just built the rest out of basically whatever and a lot of imagination. Basically whatever and a lot of imagination. Right, Rooney? And the same thing goes for people? For hospital doctors? You got it. Let's keep focus on the computing box for now and consider it a warm-up. I've got more work to do myself, but meet me back here when you got at least 4 quasi-thematic components. More will help, but you don't want to stretch the definition too far. That could be dang near catastrophical. Super. Don't worry. You got us to help, right? It'll be easy as...
Go exploring.
So, I think we should check out the rooms we're sure are safest first. If we have any way of measuring that, at least. We do. We traced a lot of usable data from buzzer chatter. And a lot of complete nonsense. I don't even know what some of this is. Doesn't matter, we've got what we need, and it supports what we drew from our own data sources. There's an interesting one I think we should investigate first. Something called the blind train.
Fortunately, nothing attacks you as you follow the rickety halls to the train thing, though you're not entirely sure what you're looking at once you open the door. All aboard. Toot, toot. Ooh, ooh.
Is this supposed to be pieces? I'm pretty sure it's not. Looks like the abyss. I think I already know what might have done this. Same thing that killed my last normal body. At least I hope it's the same thing. I hope there's a worse out there. Does this guy need any help?
You move ahead without me?
Hmm? Sorry, what?
Did I say toot? Do the long toot?
No, you didn't. We were wondering why you were quiet.
I was checking messages. Like 4 different people have decided now is the perfect time to DM me. And also, Scrubbin' System has been commenting in the stream.
Oh! Oh, hi, Scrubbin! Hello. Thirst is a
Ah,
good
I
source of
think
vitamin B12, not a joke. Okay, good to know where you were
yeah,
at. Hi,
I
Scrubbin!
I don't think they're watching.
Alright. Alright.
Anyway,
But they stopped by for a
toot.
visit. Uh, sorry. Untapped.
Toot.
I think he's growing back. Probably better not to tamper with him.
Check back for a solid week of updates. Continue exploring.
So that was pointless. I say we check out the party. Party? Smell those sick beats.
You check the next. You gotta redo that one with more energy.
Smell those sick beats!
Exactly.
Thank
You
you.
check the next door down the hall, and even in your present form, you're nearly knocked out by the rush of rot, wet, rancid air.
Oh. Oh, we see. Yeah, this is a party. Oh god, what happened in here? A good time, if you ask me. But, let me check. Uh-huh. I see. Oh. Okay, this one girl says there was something bad here. Then there was something worse, and then the worst thing left, and the bad thing became very nasty. Can you be more
Tasty.
specific? Became
That thing
very
became very.
tasty. Oh, very tasty. We see. Can she be more specific? Let me see. Uh-huh. Okay. Hmm. So, it's been a couple hundred generations since whatever it was. Nobody remembers much else, and and they're possibly all a bit drunk. Oh, well, thank her anyways. Will do. Fern? Haha. Could you be more specific? Tell her thanks. Just a friendly little chit-chat, right? It's fine. It's not me asking the rot in my brain to talk to the rot in a wet spaceport for me. Ceiling girl, actually, the floor scene's kind of harshing my vibe. Oh, I could hang out here all spiral, but yes, we'd better get out of. Huh? Who? You just. Huh? Eh? Bro, this one chick was just like, tell the doc I said yo! And I was like, huh? And she was like, isn't she here? And I was like, who? And she just blanked out a bit, and then she was like, what? And I was just like, you just. And she was already dancing with some nerd who probably isn't even the clean of anything. In any case, Fern, you don't have to have anything moldy on you, do you? Wait, I do! Sorry, I'm still probably never going to get used to what things can talk and what things can't. It really is more. It really is more normal than you think, dear. Our perception spheres are perpetually attempting to purge what isn't relevant to us. Sometimes I forget you're the same thing we call home and not just another Snapchat friend. Is that a mis- Is that a mistranslation, or do you actually have Snapchat? Wait, we were on to something here, weren't we? What were we doing? Uh, um, uh, damn it.
The bread! The bread! The bread! The bread! The bread! The bread!
Wait, what? Bread? I have bread? Do you?
You do!
You. No offense. No, you're right. Don't like that at all. You don't? This fungus is alive, but it's not conscious. Where I come from, it's not supposed to be? Right, but that shouldn't be the case for me. I think I'm perceiving exactly what you do, and it's probably the way you saw your own corpses. It's nasty bread. There's nobody home. There's also the fact that we failed to register your possession of something so curious. You seemingly forgot you ever had it, and we even forgot what we were discussing until Buzzers intervened. That's right. Oh, right! Someone thought we had a doctor with us! This has to be a piece of one, like Mag was saying. Can't get any more information from the, party or anything. Already on it. Let's see.
Maya goes quiet a bit longer as she questions the room's various molds, and you become more aware of fluctuations in the mustiness around you. Tiny puffs of yeasty, mushroomy odors waft from different corners of the foggy chamber, varying in their depth and sharpness. Things are speaking to each other, other channels that just don't belong to what you are. It doesn't seem so repulsive anymore.
Uh, Sorry, we're getting some water because we're going to have to try and pronounce a bunch of mushroom scientific names that we don't know. So, well, we know some of them, but you can't expect a mad scientist to have all the answers. At the very least, if you showed them with a picture, we probably would recognize them, but yeah. Okay, I shared the sense with everyone I could. Most of them drew a complete blank, but a few of them began to recall something before it faded again. Asper Aspergillus was like, "Oh, I know that smell, but where's the rest?" Fusarium said, I remember getting testing done. I don't remember what." Candida said, "I want to say there used to be another smell too. I want to say it makes me really, really hungry." Acrimonium says to me, "Wait, I know this. I used to donate something." Cladosporium was all, "Wait, I never got my results back. Oh, jeez." Chryseophobin said, "Yeah, they wouldn't. Oh, come on. It's happening
But,
again. OBS
oh yeah,
screwing with us. Hello, Bread."
there's a. Oh god, it just shot forward.
Yep, makes sense. Yep, 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 yep.
Sorry about the lag, folks.
Okay, let's just go down again.
Take the, take the polyp and the mouse. Acquired. Old polyp. Your slob brain knows instinctively that this object will automatically save your current body from destruction. Acquired. Dead mouse. The buzzers seem to feel that this is just what your new computer needs. Makes as much sense as anything else in this place.
Both these things are gross. What else is new? Where to?
Staff calls it something like the
Mortons. We don't think
Schmorthern.
it's a real one.
No, it's staff saying it.
Yeah. We don't think it's a real word. So feel free to. Oh! Oh! Shem.
It was a pile of corpses.
Great.
Door groans as you open it. Sorry, I'm dead. Like, for real this time.
This time?
Oops, wrong person.
I see. You want to know anything about computers, would you?
Sorry, too dead. Musty old bones rattle gently as they emit a loud fake snoring sound. You're not certain if this thing knows what being dead is, but lately, you're not sure you know anymore either. The dead guy isn't answering any further questions, so you go on to check the door. Map marker next door. It looks unfortunately familiar. You, long ago, accepted your appetite for burgers will never come back.
Oh, you can't exception. Upset there. Air. What? Cactus, what? Please the vehicle. Thank you. Sorry.
Celia. Okay. Celia and staff are in a vehicle, aren't they?
Hey, good thinking. I'd like to place an order, sir. Huh?
And Voglich just
Drive
draws this little.
through.
I love this little sketch.
Yes, it's lovely. Drive
Fern's eyes are
through.
the wheels.
Huh?
Drive through.
Huh?
Oh, my apologies, ma'am. Please bear mind that we only have a partial menu available.
Okay, no problemo. Let's see. I'll have. Hold on. Maybe your. Staff, you want anything? What did they have? I never come here. Hey, what do you have right now anyway?
Ahem. This branchination in your present layer is offering small flinch fry, medium flinch fry, large flinch fry, larger flinch fry, no flinch fry, and one flinch fry. I believe that is correct? A soft gurgling sound comes from the half-grown hamburger thing. The drive-through speaker nods with a subtle metallic creaking.
That's all, huh? I'm fine then. Okay, never mind. She says she's fine. My wife doesn't want anything. Yuri! Cannon! Yuri!
Yuri,
Cannon!
Yuri,
Yuri!
Yuri,
Cannon! Yuri!
Yuri. I mean, it was canon for a while.
Neither do I. Nobody present wants anything right now. What's the deal anyway? What's up? Why don't you have anything we like?
Ahem. At a Flesh Corp integration, we are always pleased to testing out new market in developing territory. Please be a patient as we branchinate. Do be returned for this branchination nation's full menu in Infinity Layer.
That's a lot of layer. That's a lot of layer! What's the deal, man?
It would appear that this location subcore has had a difficult germination in the present environment. We have yet to identify the issue. Oh, I see. Okay. Ahem. Please order flinch fry or return in infinity layer. Violators will be processed. Order the fries and ask a few more questions.
Alright. We'll have, the one fry, please.
Coming up. Just give us about infinity layers and we'll have that done.
Can we come back later?
No problem. No charge until it's done.
Okay, sweet. Any way we can speed this up, though?
Well, adamantly, this location's core sprout is looking a tad limp. Maybe it could use a sprinkling of appropriate conceptual material. But we've given it pretty much everything we have to spare. Kind of a wasteland out here. What do I know, though?
Have they even had any other customers? Hey, have you even had any other customers?
Not really. They were going to open up a window for the abyssals once we finish germination.
That doesn't sound entirely safe. Hey, my wife thinks that's stupid.
Okay. I'm being told to get the line moving. If you could just pull up somewhere that's not here.
Okay, but we're coming back for that fry. Let's get out of here.
Keep the fry in mind. We'll return to it in just infinity layers.
Right.
Continue exploring. You follow the map to the opposite end of the hall and pop open a rather stubborn door, finding a shallow closet with a single occupant.
Oh, geez, sorry to bother you. That's made of wood, dear. Of course, why would I ever expect it to talk?
Ahem. Can I help you, ladies, or are you going to yak at my house all layer?
Don't mind us, we're just looking for computer stuff, sorta.
And help you there. Nothing in here but a bunch of pointless wooden guts. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, sorry to bother you.
Of course, the most ridiculous wooden organ of all is the wooden brain.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, the humiliation of having a terrible wooden brain in my house. Won't somebody help?
You can't get rid of it?
But, like, for free? Now you're ridiculous. I know it's still worth something to some moron out there. Actually, speaking of which,
We
you kind of
don't.
look like the kind of folks who'd want one.
We don't, actually. Hey, hold up. I've been here! We'd love to help. What do you need? Just name it.
See, now we're getting somewhere. I'd gladly let the hideous thing go if you can find me the most different object you can think of, as unrelated to a wooden brain as possible. Please, I don't want something I'm gonna look at and think, there used to be a wooden brain there.
Exactly. Who the hell would? See, Snappy, this guy gets it. This is what I'm always talking about. Yeah, I know. But she's not going to stop talking about this until we go. Trust me.
Continue exploring.
Huh. Nobody home. Some electrical stuff, though. That's good, right? Good place for a computer.
Continue exploring. After the last few rather uneventful rooms, you are not prepared for the sight within this vast chamber.
Hungry. Hungry. Don't touch.
Don't touch.
Why?
Sorry, I thought I'd give your voice a break.
Fair enough. How about you do the larvals and we'll do the mother?
Hungry, hungry.
Don't touch my babies. Oh no, we won't.
Hungry.
That is not food, children. You don't have something they would like, do you? I'm not sure. What do they usually eat? What's good for them are boards. They don't want their mother's cooking. They want junk. Sorry to hear that. Hey, maybe they'd like fries. But the drive-thru gets its nonsense in order anyways.
Vice.
Oh dear. I don't think this will stop now. Can you get these fries?
Yes, get them fries. The thing stares into your soul as you consider how to answer its request.
Okay, Fern, your little buzzard pals were actually saying something that got me thinking about how I had the same thoughts first, and how I didn't say so because I wanted them to feel smart. This thing's a mom. She said something about having boards. Isn't there a computer thing called a mother's board? A motherboard, yes, but that seems a little forced. Is that really how this stuff works? Not on its own, but it should work well enough in conjunction with the literal piece we already have, the computer monitor. We're just giving a weakened concept a little reminder of itself. Yeah, but I'm a mom. I can't just rip a plank out of the wall and do the same thing. No, that would be stupid. Give the zone some credit. Fine. Ahem. Miss? Holly. Okay, hello, Holly. I'm Fern. If we brought you some fries, would you give us one of those boards you were talking about? Of course. They'll only go to waste otherwise. Then we're on it. We'll be back with some hot, fresh fries as soon as we can get their core germinating. Germinating? I see. Then you may require this.
Received. Watering can. Made of vacuum formed plastic. Roughly repainted by someone and very musty inside. Continue exploring. Bidding Holly farewell for now, you make your way to one of the last stores of allegedly non-lethal interest, and find yourself missing the smell of the moldy room already. Oh my, come in, come in. Feel free to look around. Everything's fresh, warm, and guaranteed sticky. Go ahead, roll anything you like in a little hair. The big fish smells unbelievably rank, and its voice gargles slightly. I'm not doing the gargling, my throat's been through enough already. It
Hmm.
never seems to run out of the brownish water regularly spurting from its gills.
Oh, why does it seem like everyone just smells Why does it seem like everyone just sells my zone's garbage? Hi, yeah, my friend here says you're selling the gray zone's trash. Celia, it was a rhetorical question. What if he's dangerous?
Well, 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 your friend must have a truly sharp eye for quality. You know the old saying, after all. The gray zone's trash is objectively treasure. They're just that stupid. Inquire about items. I've no doubt they're thoroughly educated in the function of our finery, but do correct me if my humble knowledge falls short of your own superior experiences. Brazonian sledge husk, previously housing a succulent sledge greyfolk feast
Thinks this is
upon
still the
through
Munger
long.
Fish's voice.
Yeah. Brazonian sludge husk, previously housing a succulent sludge greyfolk feast upon through long, flexible feed hoses. The husk itself is quite valuable for its ability to transmit odors between zonal sponge walls, provided the recipient possesses a husk of their own. Crustulicious rattle tube, removed from their cylindrical hive, these static crustules are traditionally ground into a paste used by greyfolk to thicken and shape their cranial villi. Little do they know, agitation of the occupied nest elicits a rustling song from the swarm that can repel wandering cones from vulnerable exospheres. Deadly Glermdorb. This is a relic of Grayzonian political party, a savage practice in which their microscopic larvae are forced to divide themselves into opposing groups. Battle is initiated by the traditional dropping of the Glormdorb, which shatters into innumerable tiny blades for the ensuing war. It is for this reason that the Glormdorb is such a rare and prized dessert in the Vanta White through X Yellow antizones. Karmat effigy. Sculpted from authentic gray zone creature flesh, this crude representation of their worshipped Karmat defrag produces his signature pheromone when sufficiently dampened, perfect for luring tasty gray folk from their slumber holes. Ground into a powder, the effigy in its dry state is prized as a topical treatment for such embarrassing azonal conditions as phantasmographic scab lather and spurting not waffle. It's also a Homestuck reference.
Is it?
Maybe.
Hmm.
I noticed that it's called Carmat, which is one letter off from one of the characters' names, Carcat.
Hmm.
And also, Karmat Effigy and Karmat Defrag are both two words of 6 letters long, which is how Karkat's species is specifically named. And
Hmm.
also, it's gray, which is Karkat's color. It's giving me some Homestuck vibes, but it very well could be a coincidence. I think Bogleach says at one point he's never read Homestuck.
Hmm.
No, wait, I think that was like 4? I think that was earlier in the comic. Anyway, I'm gonna drink something.
Fair enough. This is a lot of words.
Yeah, although to be fair, you've been doing most of the reading this stream.
Yeah, fair enough.
Remote anti-larval membranoid. Placing this membrane between two grave zoners is known to prevent the generation of their hideous progeny. Condom. He's thinking of a condom. When the generation of progeny is somehow desired, a third party simply pulls the tail of the device from a safe distance, preferably behind a splash guard. In more civilized zones, the membrane is ideal for plugging the powder slot of an orb winder before it can contemplate chartreuse. And we all know what we mean. We're all adults here. Amazingify glum stack. Innovated by one particularly intelligent gray zoner, this modified stack can reach deeply into crevices to retrieve even the most stubborn of quay monsters, which they feed to salacious bubbleheads in exchange for more glum, inserted similarly down the gel hose of an unsprouted ecto-vibe. It can pull the system inside out and purge it of gel squibblers. Splendor. This mechanism is employed by grey folk to widen their various orifices for the removal of kidneys, a bodily polyp that allows the creatures to exchange a significant sum of unwanted layers. The sponder will typically demand a few spare pieces of kidney for its own mysterious purposes. But regardless, the vibrations produced through collision of its many appendages can be used to navigate perceptual loops without the jellification of skeletal mass. Squash squosis. You will note that this device bears a wide mouth on one surface and a single impenetrable pore on the opposite. It is only by this
Imperceptible.
and a single imperceptible pore on the opposite. Wait, is this a condom?
No, we think that's the top of a baby bottle.
Oh, opposite things. Opposite things.
Hmm.
It is only by this filtration unit that Grave Oak can process broader concepts into streams more manageable to the equally tiny thought, and a reminder to appreciate the good fortune of our contemporary vast intellects.
Comparatively.
Comparatively vast intellects.
Did you guys get anything useful from that? I started zoning out for these spiels. Learn, zoning out is how you get gel cravats. You're better than that. I don't think that means the same thing to us. I think a couple of these things might be handy, but I have no idea what he wants for them. Hey, buddy, what about your prices?
Prices? Oh dear. Don't take me for some hospital ruffian. You should know this dumb folk abide only by the laws of trade. I trust you possess treasures of equally tantalizing explanation, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Trade the vacuum for the chips. Normally, vague chatter, the buzzers appear to have. Well, scale my skin and call me cat food. You are a businesswoman. Guess you can't judge a book by its ugly, ugly cover, as they say.
It's not what I normally look like, dude.
Oh, of course not. Smell almost as good as I do, though. But please, call me Phil, and I do believe this is yours. Acquired. Prostulus rattletube. Can of chips. The fish had a lot of nonsense to say about them, but they appear to be ordinary, everyday, copyright-friendly, Pringle-adjacent potato snacks. It is your understanding that they might function as computer chips, because, as has grown increasingly clear about the nature of the universe, everything is actually always very stupid. You'll want another trade, just give me a shout through any receptacle of refuse. That's refuse, mind you. Not some nabby-pampy recycling.
Wait.
Retrieve more items from the closet. You stop by the supply closet again. The buzzers seem reasonably certain that you need to water the restaurant with mayonnaise. Sure, why the hell not? And that the plastic cactus is what you should trade for the wooden lung guy's unwanted brain. Sure, why the hell not? Acquired dancing novelty cactus. If it had batteries in it, it would wiggle around and play some sort of song. Mom always loves these things. Acquired, watering can full of mayonnaise. The mayo has long ago congealed into a Vaseline-like consistency, slick with a sweaty outer layer of oil.
Yuck, we don't like mayonnaise normally.
Alright, trade the cactus for the wooden brain. Return to the anatomy model, where the wooden lung desired something that would be as different as possible from a wooden brain. The buzzers seem to think the dancing cactus toy should qualify.
Who read the wooden
What?
lung?
Oh, I did. I was just drinking some water.
Fair enough.
Okay, but what voice did I give to the wooden lung? I'll be the judge of that. Let me think here. What are the qualities of my wretched wooden brain? A realistic effigy, intended for educational purposes, fashioned from biomaterial, e.g., wood, representative of part of an animal, a single static piece. What you're offering is a stylistic effigy, intended for entertainment purposes, fashioned from synthetic plastics, representative of an entire vegetable, a battery powered mechanism. Well, they're still both inanimate effigies of something living, but alright, I'll allow it. Points for originality. Just get the brain out, quick.
What was that? I thought you said it was just wood.
Yes, now it can stay that way, and so can I. What a load off. Now, how's about I go back to minding my own business, and you go have fun with whatever your crap is about, okay? Acquired. Wooden brain. No, not gonna make this your business. Everything isn't part of your little adventure, right? It's cool, it's cool. You just hope the fake brain will count as a hard drive for your makeshift PC. The restaurant's core. Continuing to follow the buzzer advice, you take the mayo-filled watering can back to the embryonic restaurant. The speaker guy seems rather excited and explains to you how to get the mayonnaise into the establishment's conceptual core. You hate it. Okay, that should. Whoa! Whoa!
You alright, pal?
Yes! Oh, yes, I am feeling it. Wow! I thought it was just a dumb job, but wow! I get it now. I think I see it. You see it? Consumption? No. That's the mask. That's the vessel thought. Inseparable, harmonious matter concept, transmigration, infinite, cyclical recontextualization, the arteries of the flow of what is real. Of course, it's obvious, but the heart of it, the thing that pumps it. Really? Unbelievable. Not remotely what you'd think. They have it all wrong. It's how to put this for your feeble comprehension. It's like wait, here's your order. Sorry about that. Acquired. Flinch fry. They wiggle.
So we love the little smiley face and the thing we do.
They wiggle.
Thanks. You were saying something there?
Oh, no. Must have misremembered something. Enjoy your meal.
Alrighty.
Feed fries to the whole creatures. Bring the fribes, or whatever they are, back to the little child things living in the floorboards.
Oh yes, this will do. If you could give them each just one. Okay?
Fries.
Peace at last. Now, you said you wanted a board? I suppose I'm curious as to what purpose. Yes, my friends think we can use one as the motherboard to a computer. Oh my, is that all? Well then, I hope this will suffice. I have a million of the darn things.
A tendril of knotted black hair snakes forth from the huge creature and drops a small object at your feet. Acquired! Ryzen Threadripper 3990X 64 core 2.9 GHz desktop processor.
You gotta be kidding.
It's a motherboard. We wanted one, right?
Right.
Anyway, go make the computer. Alright, alright. It's gotta be good enough by now, yeah? You bring your collection of weird junk to what kind of reminded you of a computer room earlier. You put the monitor on the desk, you put the processor thing inside of it, so there's nothing to attach it to, so it's just kind of lying in the busted out back. You decide to rest the wooden brain on top of it to be the hard drive. You put the mannequin hand inside because that's the cursor? Really? Okay. Sprinkle potato chips inside, and then put the dead mouse on the desk next to it. You know how weird everything here is, but it still feels sort of idiotic.
This feels kind of idiotic. Well, you haven't.
That's after entirely different things made 2020 slow and arduous. The comic has been back to much slower updates than I like. In fact, I only just noticed for the first time that the 900th page was back in fall 2019. That's only about 100 more pages in a year and a half. An amount of time I thought would bring us much closer to the finale. I even intended page 1000 to be something bigger than the usual fan art gallery, but that just wasn't quite doable either. I will say that Fern's 5 quest routes are not intended to play out the obvious way. The one you chose and completed first has altered how the rest will be finished, as well as by whom. It is after we rescue the various weird children and resurrect at least a couple of missing doctors that a major climax is intended to happen, one which has been thoroughly planned in a particular way.
What's good advice to give the kid?
Sorry to ask, I know this is your stream, but my friend little sister is a racist, and I'm black, and they made a race joke about me. I don't know what I should do.
Talk to the kid's parents? And maybe talk to the kid and tell them why that's not okay? And how that could hurt people's feelings? We don't know. That's a tough situation to be in. We don't envy you. We're sorry. We hope that helped. And we hope that the stream going down for a second didn't cut that out. So
Hello, Dr. Phage here, and I'm here to give you some advice on how to handle children. If you want a child's trust, all you need to do is give them candy.
Okay. All right. Not a bad idea. Give maybe candy as a peace offering. Anyways.
There is an irregularity with the staff and zone stability. Let me assure you, everything is fine. How do I know this? Because I'm the best. And thus, if there was a problem,
Thank you very much. I will do that. Oh shit, they heard us.
Yep, no problem.
I'm actually gonna go now. I've completed my task.
All right, love you. Bye.
That